Hi, I'm Mel Pickup, Chief Executive of Bradford Teaching Hospitals. Welcome to our weekly news roundup. And I'm coming to you today from Fieldhouse on the BRI site. And I'll explain why in just a moment, but it's been a very exciting week. Today we also have news about bowel screening. Plus I want to introduce you to our new humanist chaplain. But first, the news that we've all been waiting for. Just a few doors down from this room, we administered the first COVID-19 vaccinations to the people in Bradford and District. Here's our chief nurse, Karen Daubert, to tell us how that went.
Monday was a really historic day for Bradford Teaching Hospitals because we opened our hospital vaccination centre. And that meant that on Monday we got delivery of 975 COVID-19 vaccines and we started our hospital vaccination programme. We've initially, this week in week 1, targeted over 80s, people in the community, and we've also targeted staff working across health and social care.
I've come today because I'm lucky to have this opportunity to have the vaccine. I think it's wonderful. And hopefully, when everybody's as lucky as I am, we can get back to some normality.
So as we expand our hospital vaccination centre, and we also bring about the community vaccination centres in the new year, and we've got GP practices now vaccinating against COVID-19, that will mean that more people will be able to start getting back to normal.
Thanks, Karen. Let's hope this really is the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, more good news. Our bowel cancer screening centre is back up and running with COVID-safe procedures in place following the pandemic. Bowel cancer is the UK's second biggest cancer killer, but if it's caught early enough, recovery and survival rates are very much improved. Here's Julie Bradman, Programme Manager, to tell us how the service is supporting patients through screening.
We have specialist screening practitioners that are specially trained to support people through the pathway from diagnosis of a positive FIT test right through to them having the colonoscopy diagnostic test. Going forward, the new project will have a learning disability community member supporting that patient. If the patient's not able to make decisions on their own, then we do involve what's called an IMCA, and we have an independent advocate to make the best interests for that patient. So it has been shown in some studies that learning disability people don't have the access to screening services. And so this is really to just try and improve that, and not just for those people, but for people with mental health problems as well.
Thanks, Julie, and thanks to all the team for providing such great support. Now, let's hear about our other breaking news from around the rest of the Trust.
We were delighted to be able to get involved in this little project to just give something back to those people who are putting their lives at risk every single day by helping out here in the hospital and taking care of others.
We knew we wouldn't be able to celebrate Christmas the same with the decorations and making the unit festive for the patients, so we decided to make the staff festive instead.
Hi, I'm James. And I'm Chris. We are Team Hell or High Water.
Christmas is a time we like to think of others, and what better cause to support than the neonatal unit at BRI in Bradford.
If you'd like to donate to James and Chris's fund, you can find their details on their fundraising website. And finally, perhaps more than ever this year, we've needed words and actions of support, encouragement and hope, especially those of us who have been poorly or have lost a loved one. And that's why I'm grateful to NHS Charities Together. Their funding has meant that we could appoint a new humanist chaplain. And in the past few days, I'm delighted to say we've welcomed Joanna Mutlow to the Trust.
This is a brand new role funded by the hospital charity, and it's important because we need to include in our services, in our provision for staff, a recognition that not everybody has a religious belief. Up to now, chaplain's been thought of something that people that you bring in when someone dies or for religious needs, but actually chaplaincy has a far wider remit, which is about being with people when they're sad, lonely or worried, and that's any person, whether they've got a religion or not. I've been walking the wards with some of the chaplains, shadowing them, and I can see the relationship they've built up with staff, which makes them approachable and very open to conversations about anything. So we know that patients are really struggling at the moment without visitors. So if staff want to refer anyone who's sad, lonely, worried, then please just give chaplaincy a call.
Thanks, Joanna. Well, that's about it for another eventful week. Don't forget to follow us on social media. And until you get your vaccine, stay safe and remember, hands, face, space. Join us next week when we'll be wrapping up the year with a very, very festive Christmas special. Until then, have a great week.